45 minutes. You can see the president there getting on to Air Force One as he heads towards Alaska. Right now, the president is in the air. You're looking at video from moments ago as he waved to the press pool and others on the ground as he entered Air Force One to head towards Anchorage. This is when the plane was just about to take off for about 3 hours ago. And we know that as the president goes to meet with Putin for this high-stakes summit, the goal here is to end the war in Ukraine. The president has threatened Russia with very severe consequences if Putin does not agree to end this war. But complicating all of this, Ukraine will not be a part of this meeting. And Trump has said that if the summit goes well, a trilateral meeting between Putin, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and potentially some European leaders could be organized. But the president has said that he is optimistic, but he'll know soon what Russia's negotiations are going to look like and what the goals will be. Let's listen to some of what Trump had to say before leaving for Alaska.
All I want to do is set the table for the next meeting. We're going to find out where everybody stands, and I'll know within the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
The current American administration is making, in my opinion, quite energetic and sincere efforts to stop the hostilities, stop the crisis, and reach agreements that are of interest to all parties involved in this conflict in order to create long-term conditions of peace.
The president is expected to head back to Washington, D.C. later this evening, but as we await the president's return, we know this is going to be a high-stakes summit that we're going to have our eyes on throughout the day, so we'll continue to keep you updated. But something else happening today in Alaska, we know that protests are expected to continue ahead of Trump and Putin's meeting and throughout it. So many have mobilized ahead of President Trump's visit. They've expressed their concerns, saying they feel he would give too many concessions to Putin in order to end the war in Ukraine. Protesters have also expressed their frustration that Ukraine's president will not be at the negotiating table. Zelensky will not be a part of those peace talks. Many activists say they're skeptical about any positive results from this summit. Let's listen to what one of these protesters had to say.
If they truly wanted to talk about what was going on in Ukraine and how to end the war, they would have included President Zelensky.
I think it's about Trump probably sizing up Putin, Putin looking strong because Trump has invited him alone.
We'll continue to keep you updated as these talks continue. Again, in Anchorage, Alaska, scheduled for 3:30 this afternoon between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Right now, President Trump is in the air, expected to land in Russia around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Flight time roughly 6 hours and 45 minutes. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here in Fox Local. Here closer to home, a story we continue to follow here in our neck of the woods involves the CDC shooting a week ago. If you can believe, today marks 1 week since that tragic shooting at CDC headquarters in DeKalb County. Now, CDC employees continue to work remotely. Their union, the union that represents some federal employees, has pushed for additional security measures and greater action against vaccine disinformation from Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. We do know next week some CDC employees may return to the campus with extra security measures in place. We'll keep you updated as this unfolds. But I do want to let you know that the CDC has actually launched a hotline to support workers. So you're taking a look on your screen at what the Health and Human Services Department has posted. They say in the meantime, anyone in the Atlanta community and beyond who has been traumatized by this shooting last Friday's deadly attack can call or text 988 to reach a counselor. Help is available 24 hours a day, so we'll continue to keep you updated. But if you want to help Officer Rose's family, you may remember he was the police officer tragically killed in this incident. There's another way you can help his family. The Atlanta Track Club is hosting Atlanta's finest 5K road race. Now, this was already happening before the tragedy, but now the Atlanta Track Club is donating all proceeds from this race to an educational fund for Officer David Rose's children. The two GoFundMe pages have also been set up to help Officer Rose's family. The official one has raised almost $500,000. Another GoFundMe for Officer Rose's oldest daughter has raised less than $5,000. And you can go to our website, fox5atlanta.com, if you'd like to find these fundraisers and learn more about tomorrow's race and how you can get involved. So we'll continue to keep you updated. In the meantime, I do want to continue to let you guys know that we are on verdict watch in a murder trial here in Fulton County. We know a man is accused of murdering an off-duty Fulton County deputy. And our Kim Leffler has actually been out tracking this. I want to see if she can hear me and see if we can get an update as to where the jury is. So, Kim, good morning. How's it going?
Well, the jury began deliberating here first thing this morning, and they got the case yesterday afternoon and deliberated for about 3 hours before being sent home from the day now, or for the day rather. Now, both sides delivered closing arguments yesterday in the case against 26-year-old Alton Oliver, who was charged in the death of Fulton County Deputy James Thomas Jr., which happened on Bolton Road in Northwest Atlanta in December of 2022. Now, Oliver took the stand in his own defense on Wednesday. He said he was walking home from work around 4:30 a.m. when the off-duty officer drove up to him in his personal car. Oliver claimed the deputy pressured him to get in the vehicle and offered sexual favors, which he says he declined. Oliver told jurors the deputy returned 2 more times and that he fired into Thomas's car the 3rd time he approached him because he feared for his life. Now, prosecutors say Oliver acted irrationally that morning. He admitted he never saw Thomas with a weapon, they say, and they say the evidence didn't support the defendant's version of events. Now, take a listen to some of the closing arguments from both sides that they gave on yesterday.
Kim, I know while we're waiting for that
Right.
sound bite, I know that one of the things that the prosecution has said, they've said this was not in self-defense and that there were other methods that the defendant could have taken to make sure that the deputy knew that he was feeling threatened. Anything else that you have as far as big questions outstanding in this trial, things that you're awaiting to learn more about?
Well, we do know yesterday jurors had to review some evidence in this case, some body camera evidence. We have not heard of them asking to review anything this morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated. It's also unknown if they will come back with a verdict today. And of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Kim, thank you so much for that. Of course, we're going to check back in with you. And I know you just got out there this morning, so we'll be staying tuned and look forward to seeing you later on. Thanks so much for giving us that update. Okay, guys, thank you so much for streaming with us. Coming up next, we're going to be checking in with meteorologist Jonathan Stacy on what you can learn about the weather. So we're going to keep you updated. We'll be right back. And then
Αυτό το οποίο έχει σημασία είναι ότι οι δευτερογενείς κυρώσεις παραμένουν στο τραπέζι. Ο πρόεδρος Τραμπ έχει
Ariel, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Check.
We're coming
Perfect.
out of this break to you.
Okay.
5. Welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstad. Thanks so much for streaming along with us on your Friday morning. You guys, if you have walked outside, you have seen the sunshine this morning, and meteorologist Jonathan Stacy is standing by. Jonathan, I have to say the sunshine is a welcome reprieve. I see the blue skies behind you. I'm here for it. It actually felt kind of cool this morning to me.
It puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? After all, the sun has been showing up to work late.
Yeah.
All week long, it's got demerits for like not coming in on time. And today we finally got the sun up and going well before we hit the double digits. 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock we've had sunshine, and that continues into and through the 10, 11, 12 o'clock hours. Now here's the thing, we're going to kind of go in reverse. Yesterday we were the majority of us were dry, but today we're going to add some clouds and some rain and likely some thunder to the sky. So embrace the here and now, embrace the sunshine, go outside, take a run, get lunch. You can keep this in your phone. Also, kids, recess looking good for the parents trying to move your kids, or you're now adults back into their dorms or getting them on campus for the first time. I think everything's going to be good to go outside until about 2 o'clock, and that's when we'll change up things around the area. Scattered storms are expected, but right now sunshine is in charge. We're at 88 degrees, winds out of the north at 8 miles an hour. That's not really cooling us down. It just has to do with our position in relation to a cold front. We'll check on that in just a moment, but the dew point, 74 degrees. Hopefully the dew points will back off a bit, but that bit back off does not happen today. In fact, as we get into the mid-afternoon, it looks like our high temperature around 93, 92 degrees for sure will feel more like it's in the mid-90s, 95, or perhaps even up to 100 degrees. But as the showers and storms come through, that will once again douse the temperature, but you know that temperature can come roaring back at any time. Fox 5 Live Opera radar at this 11 o'clock hour is looking good. Nice clean sweep of the area. Nothing to be concerned about just yet. A few showers over there just across the state line looking out west into Alabama. All of our moisture today will be activated by this guy right here. It's a cold front, but even with us being on the north side of it, there's enough moisture for this trigger to tap into. Big areas of high pressure on either side, and so this cold front right here is going to act as a bit of a boundary for us, not in just a way of triggering storms for this afternoon. As you can see here into the evening hours, this is the view at 6 o'clock from the mountains to the metro down to middle Georgia. You have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. They may come and stay for a little while. If they do, there is a risk for isolated flooding, flash flooding that is. However, most of these storms should be in and out, but they will do their dirty work while they are there. That said, tomorrow I think we have the same chance, but that cold front moves a little bit further to the south, and as a result of this southward movement, high pressure is going to take over. And with high pressure comes happy weather, and that happy weather is going to give us some dry weather around here. If you need some rain in your backyard, this is not your friend, but if you want to get outside and enjoy the weather without a drop hitting your head or a rumble of thunder, this is going to be your friend for the weekend. High pressure in charge. So look at this. We'll go with a 30% chance for showers tomorrow, and then Sunday, I'm going to take it down to 20%. So we are trending drier as we get into a new week. What is not trending anywhere and staying right in place are temperatures. New this hour, Hurricane Aaron has now been upgraded from a tropical storm to a Cat 1 hurricane. Winds sustained at 75 miles an hour. 74, 75, that's the threshold right there to make it a hurricane. It is the first one of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. It continues to move to the west-northwest at about 18 miles an hour. You can see it here, Ariel. It grows quickly. In fact, by tomorrow night, it could be a major hurricane as it moves just to the north of Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then that curve that we need to happen takes the storm to the north, a Cat 4 possibly by Monday, and then it blazes a path between the U.S. East Coast and Bermuda. That's good because as long as it stays a little bit further to the west, I think our impacts here at home will be rather minimal. If you're looking at coastal impacts, high surf is going to be the issue. Therefore, rip current risk will be elevated. So if you're going to the beaches next weekend, especially the Atlantic beaches, you have to keep that in mind. But other than that, I think we're going to have a close pass here, but a pass indeed.
Okay, Jonathan, thank you so much. I have about probably 15 seconds left with you, so if there's anything else you want to show me before we have to move on, feel free. But otherwise, we'll continue. I have to say, I do love the dapper suit. The dapper
thank you. Thank you. I do want to show you this bubble down here in the southwestern Gulf. It's an area of low pressure. It's brewing. It has a 50-50 chance of development. We'll see what happens to it, but it's going to be an annoyance to people of South Texas and potentially Central Texas. And as we come back to you, Ariel, the reason why I'm pointing this out is not because of an impact to us here at home, but you remember the Texas Hill Country?
Yes.
This area right here?
Yes, I do.
Do they need another drop of water?
No.
No.
I doubt it.
Unfortunately, that could be their lot as we get into the latter part of the weekend, going into early next week. So we'll be thinking about those folks down there and watching this system. Will it be named something? We'll see. At this point, once again, it's just going to be a pretty copious rainmaker for South and Central Texas.
Jonathan, thank you so much for keeping us up to date. I definitely think we'll be checking in with you on that again. So, Jonathan, Stacy, everybody. Okay, guys, we have another few stories to get to you here. In a little bit, we're going to be checking in with Eli Jordan about a time capsule opening here in Fulton County. I'm excited to get to that. Very quickly, though, we're going to go ahead and see if we can check in with our Brooke Zahner, because there's been big talks about a casino coming to the state of Georgia. Some lawmakers have wanted this. It's been an ongoing discussion, and we know that Echo Park Speedway is really making a big bet on trying to get a casino there. So Brooke Zahner there at the state capitol. Brooke, I want to see if you can hear me and see if you can update me on what the latest is. Okay, perfect.
Yes, absolutely, Ariella. So yeah, this is a big deal, and it would certainly be a game changer for the state. There has been a lot of talks in previous legislative sessions about specifically when it comes to sports betting. So this is more what they're talking about building here is a casino and a hotel at Echo Park Speedway, also formerly known as Atlanta Motor Speedway. So they just unveiled some pretty major plans here, a $1 billion hotel and casino. But right now, these plans cannot move forward because it is not legal to gamble or to bet in the state of Georgia. And again, this has been talked about here at the Gold Dome for some time now, and it's just never made it through. It's never passed. But we did talk to the Speedway president about all of this. He said the project itself has been in development for some time, about 6 years. Again, he said this could be a game changer for the economy here. And he is arguing that Georgia is losing out on some significant revenue to neighboring states. Again, just really citing the economic impact that this could have for the economy here. So we also, of course, have opponents to this. Some people are concerned about having gambling legalized here in the state. So I want to give you both perspectives here. If we can get to that interview, we'll play it for you right now.
Gamblers in Georgia cost the state somewhere in the neighborhood of $336 million already without the other expansion of gambling.
About 70% of the people in Henry County go out of the county each day to work. Once we get up and operating, full and part-time jobs somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500 to 3,000.
And supporters also point to a newly formed House Study Committee on Gaming here at the state capitol. So that is leading the president of the Echo Motor Speedway to believe that, hey, maybe this is a possibility. Maybe this could actually make it through the legislature and get it approved this next legislative session. Of course, next legislative session is not going to be happening until next year. So it's certainly a story that we're going to be wanting to watch and to follow. And some of the supporters of legalizing gambling say that, hey, if we've got this extra revenue that's coming in, it could be used for other things like expanding Medicaid, healthcare, especially in the rural parts of the state, that's certainly needed. So that's kind of the two arguments there. I'm going to pass it back to you, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to try and answer those for you.
Brooke, thank you so much. It makes sense that they would want the revenue not to go to outside counties, keep it right here a little bit closer to home. So I am going to let you go because I'm looking over to my right, and it looks like we may have a time capsule opening here in Fulton County happening soon. So Brooke, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for that update. I want to see if we can go over to our Eli Jordan, because we know a ceremony is underway to open a 25-year-old time capsule. And Eli has been following this this. So let's listen in and see where they're at in this ceremony. Eli's probably giving us a shot. He won't be able to talk to us just yet. So let's see what they're saying.
Now we're in the prayer before we open up the time capsule.
Our present and future, to you we give all the glory. In your precious name we pray. Amen. Amen. Amen.
No person is an island, and today's occasion could not have been possible without the resources, expertise, and efforts of our partners. We will now hear from Chief Judge Kenny Johnson, followed by representatives of the Department of Arts and Culture.
The time was the year 2000. And on the cusp of a new millennia, the Fulton County Justice Partners had a futuristic vision. Amidst the pressing issues of the day, as we've recalled Y2K, the controversial Bush-Gore presidential election, and the legal issues surrounding voter intent. Remember those hanging and dimpled chads? The Fulton County judges, its sheriff, its solicitor general, its district attorney, and its public defender, and its superior court clerk sought to build a new courthouse. To commemorate the completion of the opening of the Fulton County Justice Center Tower, they marked a place in time by contributing to a time capsule. It rested in the rotunda of the Justice Center Tower under the memory and the memorial of those that were killed in the shooting at the courthouse in 2003. So on this day, the past speaks to the present. Today, we will see their message to us, what they wanted us to know about them and what they wanted us to remember. Today, we have a rare moment, almost a time warp, where the intentions of the past meet the intentions of the future. Special thanks to the Atlanta History Center and Dr. Lanice Littleton for their efforts to document Fulton County's history. In October, we will unveil a new exhibit, Fulton County Through the Years, to highlight our rich history. And again, we will set a new time capsule for the future to be opened in 2050. This historic collaboration speaks to our shared commitment to learn from the past and to shape a better future for us all. And we thank you. So get ready. In the next few moments, we will all be transformed to a time long ago. And with the grateful thoughts, we thank our county's past leaders for thinking of us in this moment where the hearts of the past meet the hearts of the present. By the power vested in me as the probate judge of Fulton County, I hereby declare the time capsule to be opened.
I'd like to recognize the Director for the Department of Arts and Culture, David Manuel. And he has asked that I give remarks on behalf of the department. Today is a reminder of just how much culture is a part of the fabric of county government. The capsule itself is art, but its contents are cultural memories in art form, offering insight, connections, creativity, and perhaps artistic inspiration, reflection, understanding, and it shines a light on cultural revolution. While we're excited about reviewing the contents of the 2000 capsule, we are equally excited about how the council will exercise its creativity when deciding what to put in the 2050 capsule. We're excited to partner with the Atlanta History Center, a longtime recipient of our contracted services funding. We are certain the 2050 Archive Project and the Fulton Through the Years exhibit will be exceptionally creative, well thought out, meaningful, and absolutely fantastic. Next, we'll hear from my lovely CAU classmate, Dr. Lanice Littleton of the Atlanta History Center. Good morning. She already said it, so I'll say it again, Panther Pride. So thankful to now Dr. Jocelyn. We were in the trenches together, and so it's so great to continue to see her and love on her and to work with her. Before I offer remarks, I want to say a huge thank you to Judge Kenya Johnson for making history and for bringing us together today. Judge Johnson has a brilliant mind for law and a heart for her community and preservation. So it's truly been an honor to work with her and to continue to do the work of historic preservation beyond today. As mentioned, I'm a Clark Atlanta graduate, as is Dr. Fowler, as is Judge Johnson. So we're out here finding a way of making one in the world and practicing our motto, culture for service. As mentioned, I am the Director of Community Collaborations at the Atlanta History Center, where we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, I want to emphasize thousands, of archival materials and artifacts that are dedicated to the preservation of the mosaic of Atlanta's history. Atlanta's history is deep and dynamic and is full of multiple stories. And so in the Keenan Research Center at the Atlanta History Center, we are committed to not only collecting those stories, but continuing to preserve them. A few months ago, Judge Johnson called me randomly out of the blue and told me about the time capsule. I was very, very excited. And I said, what do you want me to do? And she said, I want you to do history. So here we are, doing history and making history. So my colleagues and I took up the task of going deep into the archives at the Atlanta History Center to see what we could recover about Fulton County's history and the history of the time capsule. Unfortunately, I was not able to find any artifacts from when the time capsule was laid in 2000. However, what did reveal itself was that the time capsule itself has a historical context, right? Every historical moment has a historical context. And when we think about witnesses here at the courthouse, we never think about the courthouse itself as a witness. But these artifacts that are on the table here that are from the probate court, as well as this scrapbook in the middle that we found here, or that we constructed here, is several images of all of the iterations of the courthouse going back to the 19th century. It's important that we understand that Fulton County and the city of Atlanta developed around the courthouse, and that the courthouse itself is an eyewitness to the evolving history of Atlanta. It forces us to think of the idea that, as we say, or as I say, that history is everywhere. It's in the archives and the museums, most definitely, but it's also in the buildings and the structures that we drive past, not thinking about what happened in those locations generations before us. This is a momentous occasion, and that Judge Johnson's preservation efforts exist in a historical legacy of preservation in Fulton County. We were able to recover some newspaper clippings that talk about when the Fulton County marker was put in front of the courthouse in 1966, as well as a book review from 1934 when the first history of Fulton County was written. Today is just one event in a historical trajectory of preservation of the people, places, and major events in Fulton County. I want to close by saying that Judge Kenya Johnson, is history. I, Dr. Louise Littleton, am history. You are history, every single one of you. We are history, which is why I have all those fancy buttons upstairs that say I am history, because I want everyone to take a button and to affirm every day that we are history, and that it's important that we all commit ourselves to the work of historic preservation. It's our collective work and responsibility to do the job of preservation. Preservation isn't unique to the Atlanta History Center, even though we do it 365 days a year for almost 100 years now. I want to encourage us to think about preserving our own stories as we are witnessing historical moments every day, and as every person in this room, as of today, goes down in time capsule history. Thank you so much. If any of the participating Justice Center partners are in attendance, please come forward to offer remarks in this order. Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt, District Attorney Bonnie Willis, Public Defender Maurice Kenner, Clerk of Court Shay Alexander, Magistrate Court Chief Judge Cassandra Kirk, Superior Court Chief Judge Earl Gladwell, and State Court Chief Judge Was Taylor.
We're ready to open. So you acknowledge them. Let's go ahead and open it.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and open.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
I just did it. Once we lay it out, you're going to declare it open for public
And
use.
Judge Johnson has already given the decree that it's time to open this council.
Thank you. All right. Dr. Littleton, if you will please reveal the contents of the time capsule.
So we've got some photographs.
Photographs.
We've got some brochures and documents.
Family Law Information Center, Fulton County Sheriff's Office, the Office of the Superior Court Clerk.
We've got some certificates. Oh, we've got a table of contents of all of everything that's in the capsule. We've also got a list of attendees of everyone who was present at the placing of the last capsule. We've got several other documents. We've got greetings from the 1999 probate court to the year 2025.
Oh, wow. From all the employees of probate court.
We've got some patches from the sheriff's department. We've got millennium badges and a 1996 to 1997 annual report from Fulton County Sheriff's Department.
All right.
Oh, we got to have a Jet magazine, y'all.
All right.
It's not even in print anymore.
Jet magazine from December 20th of 1999.
Okay. We've got what looks like some letters marking the threshold of the millennium.
We have a letter from Judge Thelma Wyatt Cummings Moore. And her letter is titled On the Threshold of a New Millennium.
We've got some photographs.
Photographs of the Fulton County Superior Court judges.
Multiple photographs. We've got quite a few annual reports going back to 1997.
Judge Glenville just recognized himself.
I had hair.
We've also got several photocopies of newspaper articles from 1999. Wow. Atlanta Voice.
Some of the headlines read, Fulton installs system to curb backlogs in jail. They're still working on that.
Oh, wow. So we've got an actual copy of the Atlanta Constitution from Friday, December 17th, 1999. What I see here in the top right corner is on the movie set of Remember the Titans, with a lovely photo of the one and only Denzel Washington. Yes, we have Israel-Syria vow more talks in a decade of metro growth. Front page. We also have another front page of the local news. Students free to pluck sugar plums. I know that's right. We got some more
They left us a lot of good stuff.
Yes, and everything.
This is just incredible. Wonderful to see bits and pieces of history from about 20 years ago, Eli. And Eli, incredible. I know we were just talking before, and I'm looking at your text message because you told me that the time capsule was forgotten until 2021 when a folder was found labeled time capsule. And here we are opening it. So this is just so wonderful. We're going to move away from this. Eli is still shooting and getting some information that we'll be showing you a little bit later. It is time to go ahead and take a break because we have some other things for you coming up next after this. We're going to get to that in just a little bit, and we'll see you guys back here. We have some breaking news to get to after the break. One of the things that I want to tell you about coming up next involves 2 juveniles shot. Police are investigating. We're going to get to which area of town that happened in coming up next. Three. Well, welcome back. We need to get to breaking news. Thank you so much for streaming along with us. In South Atlanta, police are on the scene of a shooting involving 2 juveniles shot in a road rage incident. Our Fox 5's Eric Perry is standing by. Eric, you just got out there. What are you learning?
Yeah, Ariel, so I talked to police here on this scene. Atlanta police are the ones that are working this investigation. Take a look behind me. This is where that mom frantically brought her 2 children here after they were shot. So this is right off of 166 in East Point there at a BP gas station just at Knott's and Main Road here. Here's what I'm learning. I'm learning that it started with some sort of a fender bender that happened on the highway there, and then a gunman in the other car fired a 1 shot that hit both of those children, ages 8 and 13 years old. They are expected to be okay, but they were taken to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Arthur Blank Hospital to recover there. Police also say they're working with East Point Police to figure out just who this driver is. I'm told that they do have some sort of an idea who that driver is, but here's kind of the tricky incident that happened here, because right here on that Atlanta East Point line, I know when we were over here, we were trying to figure out, is East Point Police taking lead of this, or is Atlanta Police taking the lead of this? This right here is East Point. So the city of East Point, that's where they responded. But the actual shooting happened on 166 in Atlanta's jurisdiction, which is why Atlanta Police now taking the lead on all of this. Of course, we're working to learn more throughout all of this. I'm going to head inside to see if there's any maybe surveillance video, or if they saw that mom who, of course, was with her 2 kids there that was taken to the hospital. But again, investigation. That's the latest here from East Point with an Atlanta police investigation area.
Yeah, absolutely, Eric. We're going to continue to follow the latest. Eric, thank you so much. We're going to continue to follow the latest with you. I do want to let you know we were listening in while you were interviewing police just a bit ago. As you said, Atlanta police responding. While this is on the line, it's their jurisdiction. So I want to go ahead and see if we can listen to what that police officer had to say.
So this morning about 9 a.m. we were alerted to 2 individuals shot. There were some jurisdictional issues that led us to East Point, the location here on Main Street, but the actual incident did occur westbound 166 before Sylvan Road.
What do you think happened leading up to this incident?
So far, we've been able to determine that there was a fender bender on the highway, which led to a road rage incident where a firearm was discharged into a vehicle. They're striking 2 individuals, an 8-year-old female and a 13-year-old female. They've been transported in stable condition to Arthur Blank Hospital. And that's what had occurred there, just a fender bender that led to some road rage.
Talk a little bit about the injury.
So far, they're just graze wounds to the arms on both.
Walk me through just overall road rage incidents. People are so quick to pull out a gun.
Right. I think, traffic gets everybody a little heated at times, but really we need to just practice our anger management skills. Fender bender, property damage is infuriating. However, let police get involved and handle that way instead of taking matters into your own hands.
So I know it happened on the interstate there, but did they come here for help?
That's correct. She pulled off when she could, and this was the first location she came to.
Overall, people watching, what do you hope they take away? And also, is there any suspect information as well that you can release?
Really, just to take away, just anger management with traffic accidents. That's the key. We have been seeing some road rage incidents go up. And then as far as what we have on scene, we do have some good information. East Point was very helpful in gathering some evidence for us. And so we're just working those leads down right now.
Can you release the ages of the children?
It's an 8 and a 13-year-old.
Anything else that you can think of that you want to make sure you get out there?
Not that I can think of right now.
Eric, we're going to continue to monitor this situation. I can't imagine, that mother driving and then to have bullets fly into her car. 8 and 13-year-old, you said, both at the hospital, as I understand. So I know you're going to go inside. You said you were going to look for some surveillance video, try to gather new information. Anything else, any other big questions that you're trying to answer right now?
Yeah, I think just the main thing here is just resorting to violence, gun violence, or just those little small arguments that might happen there. Think first, 1 bullet injuring 2 children, 8 and 13 years old, of course. We'll continue to follow this story, and I'll have an update at noon.
Eric, thanks so much. Okay, guys, we're going to bring you back here into the newsroom and let Eric continue to news gather for us this morning. As we are taking a look throughout the rest of our morning, a big story that we're following, or at least something that should be of interest to all of us, is a shortage in the trades because we need more plumbers, more construction workers, and there's an apprenticeship program trying to bridge that gap and get more people into the skilled trades. Our Chris Rosenthal has actually been out tracking the beginning of this program. Chris, you're joining us live now. It's great to see you. What can you tell us about this program?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm up here in Alpharetta at Hallway Plumbing, and this event here today, it's designed to basically get some awareness out here and to really get some apprentices. Let me give you some numbers. $100,000. That's how much you can make if you're a master plumber here in Georgia, and it takes about 5 years of training. It takes about 3 years to become a journeyman plumber, and that's about that'll get you about $80,000. These jobs are really, really in demand, very, very high demand out there because there's just such a lack and such a shortage. And I talked to Bruce McGrew here at Hallway Plumbing, and he tells a little bit more about that.
Hey, Chris, while we're waiting for your side, I know that you spoke to him. Can you recap a little bit of some of the things that he was telling you and what you guys spoke about?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to swing around and show this program while it's going on here.
Yeah.
He said basically, the average age of a plumber is about 58 years old. So a lot of those guys are going to be retiring soon, and for about every 5 that retire, only about 2 are going to come in and replace them. So that's why this is so important to to really bring in these apprentices. They have about 9 apprentices here today, but they need more. They want to further this trade. They want to keep plumbers out there. And these are not just jobs, fixing dirty toilets and things like that. I mean, these are jobs on construction sites, new housing, building schools, things like that. So,
Yeah.
these are really very important, very skilled jobs that are needed.
Okay, so Chris, we actually have the interview you did with him. So let's go ahead and listen in now and hear what he told you.
Today we are here to have a celebration of a get-together of not just our apprentice program, but our manufacturers, our rep agencies, and our suppliers, and our apprentices, to celebrate this coalition that has come together to create a great training atmosphere to close the gap in the plumbing industry that is at our hands right now.
Will they be getting training today?
Today they are going to do a competition today. We are going to do a competition. These young men, they meet for 160 hours a year in-house training while they're working on the job site, learning their craft and being mentored. That's why this is important. We need these companies to help us mentor these young men for the future. They have training facilities. They have trainers. They have all this in their arsenal that would help us tremendously get quality plumbers that are well trained and well educated into our industry.
And why is that so important? Talk to me about the plumbing, plumber shortage, essentially.
Yes, right now in the United States, they are saying, all signs show that by year 2027 we are going to be over 500,000 plumbers in need. That's terrible. What happened was we all told our kids to go to college and we didn't push them to the trade. Okay? Now, you got to remember, they're going to be, for the next, every decade to catch up, they're going to add 50,000 job postings per year just to close this gap is what they're estimating you're going to see. Okay? The average age of a plumber right now is 58 years old. For every plumber that retires right now, out of 5 retiree plumbers, only 2 come back into the program. That is not good odds.
Yeah, not great odds at all. These guys right here in the gray beige shirts, these are the apprentices. They're going to be doing a competition a little later, building some toilets and then doing some calculations.
Yeah.
And there's some cash prize for them as well.
Chris, thank you so much for educating us on this. I know it is a huge importance to our infrastructure and our communities that we have plumbers and others in the skilled trades. And like you said, it doesn't have to focus on the dirty aspect of the job. A lot of these are going into construction and making sure that we're able to build and have new high-rises and other buildings in the trades and construction. So, Chris, thank you so much for educating us on this. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring you back. Coming up next, we're going to be checking in with our Lindsay Tuman about Agnes Scott's move-in day, all the excitement of getting into your dorm room and preparing for your semester at college. That's coming up next. Welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstott. Thank you all so much for streaming with us. It is great to have you on our Friday morning. Agnes Scott, here close to our station, is having their move-in day today. Agnes Scott College, and our Lindsay Tuman joins us live. Lindsay, you've been out there all morning. Give us a picture of the excitement.
Oh, it's certainly exciting. There are about 200 students moving in today, and they are greeted by quite the welcoming committee over here, including former students who are helping them move in. You can see some of these giant tubs about to make their way past us right here. All of their friends, family helping them as well get into the dorms over here. And also the staff and faculty are here too, helping everybody unload and get stuff out of their cars and into their dorm rooms. It's so nice. It's just a very big community feel from the moment you get on campus. It's a pretty small college, women's college, liberal arts college, but that's what really sets this apart. They also have a great global studies program. All of the students here will spend time studying abroad. It's part of the campus mandate, so that's a big part of what really makes them special here. But while they are here spending time on campus, they're really immediately enmeshed into this community. And I spoke to some students who were moving in. I spoke to staff who are here welcoming them. And it's really just overall a feeling of excitement as they kick off a brand new school year.
The vibe is definitely more like everybody's more excited, and I've never been into the dorm actually, so that was new, and yeah, it's different now. I'm so excited to be here now to stay.
And did you get a roommate, or do you like it? You know who you're going to be living with, or you're on your hall?
Yeah, I am. I have a roommate. Her name is Diamond, and yeah, she was moving in with us, and she's really sweet. Yeah.
Oh, good. And what's the thing you're looking forward to the most about being here at Agnes Scott?
Oh my God, the most here at Agnes Scott is making friendships and learning, getting deeper in learning about my subject. Yeah.
And do you have any idea what you want to major in?
Yes, right now I'm thinking mathematics. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And are you excited for next week when classes start, or are you going to just enjoy campus for a few days before then, relax maybe?
Both, yeah. Like, I'm excited to, get used to the campus and go to all the activities.
I was going to say we were absolutely happy that there was no rain today. That's the most important part. A little warm, but we have people who come out. We have bins. Love to see those bins go across campus. So we try to make it not too much on the heavy lifting.
And it's amazing to see how many people are here from student volunteers. Students that have so much passion about this college, their alma mater even, that they want to come out and make this a special experience.
Absolutely. And one of the great parts about Agnes Scott is that students really support students. So when I came out today and I met our volunteers, they were so excited to meet the new Scotties, as we call our students.
And you told me earlier this morning folks had already been coming in from Alabama, even some maybe closer to home over here.
That's one of the wonderful things. Our international students have already arrived. We have students from across the country that are coming to join us, and students from right here in Decatur and Atlanta as well.
Yeah, and they're all here right now getting ready for that school year. Something else that's really special about what they do here at Agnes Scott is, okay, everybody's moving in today in terms of freshman year and the younger underclassmen as well. But on Monday and Tuesday, that's when seniors come, and they're going to be in their cap and gown on campus, welcomed by a big celebration for them to kick off that last year here at Agnes Scott as well. Just so many special traditions, and everything gets started right here today with a party. They've got music going. They have food trucks. They have a great welcoming committee, and it's just a very fun thing to see and take part of. That is the latest live out here at Agnes Scott. Oh, go ahead, Ariel.
No, you're good. I was just going to say it's such a nostalgic time, and I feel like everything you shared is definitely taking me back right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely brings you right back, and just seeing all those smiling faces, maybe nerves, but I think they go away pretty quickly when they see who's here to welcome them.
Amen. Lindsay, thanks so much for giving us a picture. We appreciate it. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring you back here into our newsroom where we're tracking a few stories, big stories right now. We're tracking the latest with 2 juveniles shot in Atlanta, and our Eric Perry is gathering the latest details on that. So we'll continue to keep you updated as we prepare for our news to continue. And of course, we're following the latest on President Trump's visit to Alaska. He is set to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. That is coming up at around 3:30, that summit with Putin. We'll continue to keep you updated on all of these top stories. Coming up next, we'll have more news for you on the other side of this. I'm Ariel Onstad. Thanks so much for streaming with me.